Give me 6 minutes, and I'll show you how I turned this simple outline into this, just with shading. I started by looking for the easiest lines to build from. The two edges of the hands were already close to the center of the page, so I used them as a guide to quickly establish the position of the face and both hands. From there, I followed the basic shapes of the fingers and hands, then blocked in the face and added the main details of the suit. I kept everything simple at this stage. No unnecessary details, just the shapes and proportions I needed. And with a few simple lines, the entire foundation of the drawing was already there. Now it's time to see what shading can do with it. Now it's time for the part that makes all the difference, shading. For most of this drawing, I'm using the Staedtler Mars Lumograph Black 8B, and as usual, I'm starting with the nose. I like starting here because it gives me a strong reference point in the middle of the face, and if there's anything slightly off in the outline, I can correct it naturally while I'm building the shading. However, before I begin adding darker tones, there's something crucial you need to understand. Shading isn't just about making parts of the drawing darker. You need to train your eye to separate three things: the areas catching the most light, the areas where the light barely reaches, and the darkest details that need a much sharper edge. For example, on the face, some of these sharper details, like the scars and the small blood marks, need a really precise pencil tip, while other areas need to stay soft and gradually transition from light to dark. That difference between sharp and soft, light and dark, is what starts giving the drawing its depth. So I keep building the same way from the nose into the eyebrows and then toward the mouth. And even with something as simple as the mouth, I'm paying attention to proportions. It's slightly wider than the nose, so that relationship needs to stay consistent with the reference. Once I move to the hands and the suit, I go back over some of the important outline lines. These are the lines I want to stay sharp and visible after the shading is added, so I make sure they're clean before I start building the darker values around them. Then I start layering the graphite. I'm constantly changing the pressure of the pencil, lighter where the light hits and heavier where the light falls away. And this is something I really want you to pay attention to. Don't shade everything with the same pressure. The variation between your values is what gives the drawing form. If you have an electric eraser, this part becomes much easier. I can use it to pull out the bright scratches and highlights in the suit and create those really sharp light areas. But you don't need one to get the same result. You can simply leave those areas lighter while you build the darker values around them. I continue using the same idea through the rest of the hands and the suit. Darker where the light doesn't reach, lighter where it does, and sharper wherever I need a clear edge. Then I move up to the hair, and here, the highlights become really important because they help separate the strands and give the hair its texture instead of making it look like one solid dark shape. I'm constantly comparing the values as I work because even the suit isn't just one shade. Some areas are catching light, some are slightly darker, and some are almost completely in shadow. Learning to see those differences is one of the biggest things that will improve your shading. For the lower part of the drawing, I'm repeating the same process. I reinforce the sharper lines of the suit, build up the darker layers, and this time I'm also using charcoal powder to cover the larger areas much faster. Then I come back with the electric eraser and pull out some of the lighter areas and highlights. And now the drawing is getting close. I'd say we're around 80% done. But there's still one part that can completely change the way the drawing looks: the background. Before I add it, take a look at the drawing like this. And now watch what happens when I add the background. I'm using charcoal powder here because it lets me build a deep, even background much faster. Then I use the eraser to bring back those lighter spaces and create more contrast around the character. And notice how much more three-dimensional the drawing starts to feel just from that contrast. One thing you might have noticed is that I still haven't finished the eyes. I actually like leaving them until the end. It's just part of my finishing process, because the eyes can completely change the expression once I add the final details. But you don't have to do it this way. If you prefer finishing the eyes when you reach them, that works too. For the final touches, I made a few small corrections. I adjusted the eye, darkened and slightly widened the eyebrow, and made a few changes around the nose. And now we're done. If you want me to break down the shading process step by step, let me know in the comments. What part of the shading would you like me to break down first?